And you need to have discernment. Be like, you need to have discernment as automatic as your cells do. You need to be as automatic with it too, and be like, nah, I rebuke it. You feel me? These are the things that you have to do. You feel me? Our cells, there's trillions of cells in our body, right? And each individual cell thinks is an individual cell. Like that's what it sees itself as. It operates as an individual cell. It literally is a small version of who you are. It has a cell membrane. You feel me? It filters things out just like a human being, an individual cell. Each cells also have its own personalities and dreams and everything else, just like you too. If you go all the way down to the quantum level of things, you feel me? We're gonna have a quantum conversation. Yeah, let's talk about quantum, you feel me? So each individual cell has this personality on them and everything else like that. And those personalities of cells and everything else come from lineage down the line. There's trillions of cells in your body, trillions, which comes together to make of you as an individual, whatever your name is. You can be John, Karen, Becky, Stephen, Jeffrey, you name it. They all have their own personality and how they communicate with other cells. And cells communicate through what we call electrical impulse. We see and communicate through the same thing too. We see through electrical impulse. We touch through everything. Our senses, all of it is electrical impulse. You feel me? And each senses operate in the sense of the other sense too. So you can listen with your eyes by what we call observing. You feel me? You can listen with your eyes, you feel me? Just like you can listen with your ears too. You can smell something and have a vision of what it looks like. So everything about you these things are on automatic already. You as a human being, as a collectiveness of all these things, as your senses and your cells and everything else like that, you have power over these things, and these things are going to come to you. You feel me? So you need to have discernment and know what is you and what is not you, so people can try to confuse you just to convince you to act upon something, but it does not have your consent, so it will not register. As long as you practice and have discernment about who you are as a person, what you stand for, your integrity, your morality, you feel me? The things that you stand for, you feel me? But let's go on the quantum level about cells itself. Some girls like, so y'all making 10-minute video on TikTok? Nah, this shit is for the YouTube, man. It's long enough. You can't fit all this shit on the TikTok video. But your cells itself, your cells operate the same way too. They feed, you feel me? They die just like any other cell. Cells dies every day and they're replaced by new cells through the food and everything else that you eat. And when we say food, we don't mean like food that grows in the ground or on the grass and everything else. Food also can be the noise that passes by, just like the noise I'm hearing right now, which is not conducive for a human being. A human being is not supposed to hear that sound. It's the kind of sound that you want to hear are birds, the wind, natural sounds, organic sounds. Those are good for your soul. Feel me? The things that you listen, read, the people you're around. All these things are what we call food. This is because it is the same thing. You ingest it. You feel me? So just like you eat food with your hands and you intake the food, well, each individual cell does the same thing. Does your senses too, with the smell and your nail, even the touch. Your nails pick up dirt from the environment to read the environment. You feel me? It doesn't speak, but it's doing its job, and that's his language. So everything about you is operating on automatic, and you are the one that's quote unquote in a free will, where you decide what is what by the possibility of what could happen. You feel me? So this is how you discern yourself. But the quantum level itself is it is we live in a simulation. We live in a shadow universe. You feel me? We live in the shadow universe. The universe that we live in right now is not real. You feel me? This is why when you break it down all the way to the quantum level, when you look into an atom, there is emptiness. It's nothingness. You feel me? It's telling you what you're living in. It is just a shadow of the real thing itself. You live in the shadow universe. You feel me? So when we break it down all the way down to who we are, we find out within our own cells, all the way down to the atom itself, it is nothing but emptiness. It is just the probability of what could happen, what happened. It's a surface. It's almost like a mirror. And it reflects back to you what you want it to be. That in itself is a shadow. If I was walking right now and the sun was to cast a shadow upon me, you would see at least 3 to 4 different shadows of me on the ground. And the shadow that's on the ground is an image of who I am. But is it really me as an individual? No, it's just a shadow. So that's what we living in. We live in a shadow. That's why everything in this world is automatic. It's unautomatic. You feel me? What goes up must come back down. What goes around must come around. It is a shadow universe because it is automatic. It is not real. If it was real, then I will have the ability to do as I please. Like, just fly. Like, I can throw a ball up all the way in the sky and it would not come back down. But the reason why things are automatic and have laws and rules and everything else like that, because it cannot operate as the real thing. It is like building a computer and you put a software in the computer and you tell the computer to act the same way. Now, if the computer decided to do its own thing, we would say, oh, the computer's intelligent. It decided to do its own thing, right? That would be the same thing as us. If we went against the laws of the physics and the laws of the law of our nature and everything else like that, people would look at us like, oh shit, this is some magic shit, right? Like when Christ walked on water and was raising people from the dead and everything else like that, they knew then this man was not from this world. Because if he was from this world, then he would have to abide by the laws of this world. Oh shit, I gotta go. Oh, fuck is this nigga?